Hi, I'm Brandy from BL Cosmos Book Blog, and right now I'm reviewing Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. It's the first in the series of Under the Never Sky. There's a novella, Roar and Live. It's point 0.5, so I guess it takes place before Under the Never Sky. The second is Into the Evernight, and it's already released. There's a novella for 1.5 and 2.5 that will be released mid to late 2013, and the third book, titled Into the Still Blue, releases January 2014. So I have no idea why I waited so long to read this. I know. I've read so many reviews, and I should have just done it sooner because it's awesome. I really liked Arya's spirit. There was just something about her that I appreciated and connected with. I knew that bad things were going to happen to her, but I knew that through it all I would root for her. Arya, she's such a courageous character, and I really appreciate how loyal that she is. Perry is awesome too. I was a little thrown at first by the abilities and all the talk about Sid, but I quickly settled in and understood more and more about it and the world building. I loved his relationship with his nephew Talon as well. It really shows so much to me about characters and how they act towards children. So he won over my heart really quickly right there. I love the slow build and the intensity of Arya and Perry's relationship in this. It made me sigh and it made my heart beat faster. Their banter and their thoughts about each other at first really made me chuckle. But I think this illustrates that not all young adult love interests are actually drop dead gorgeous. But when you're attracted to someone, you find all the perfect things about them and they're hot to you. So since I was in Arya's head, that's how I pictured Perry. But when you saw him looking at himself, he saw himself as rough and he had scars. And in this world setup, Arya grew up, and it's kind of like a virtual reality is the best that I can explain it. So no suntan, no scars, no anything because they're experiencing things in a different way. Um, so anyway, this book is in third person, but for me that didn't take anything away from the story. I know sometimes I prefer to be first person, get in the eyes, but I still really connected with the characters and I could feel the power of their emotions, which were beautifully written, by the way, and I really understood their motives. The dual narration, it took me a bit at first because I wanted to stay in Arya's head, but then I began to really appreciate and savor the moments that I got from Perry's perspective as well. That came from my favorite part of the books, actually. Um, so Roar and Cinder, they are amazing secondary characters. Roar made me smile, and a lot of his lines I laughed out loud and shared with my husband. His teasing nature and his openness really shone for me. I also liked what he brought out in Perry. That there's this other side to Perry's character that you probably wouldn't have seen without Roar there. I really liked the way that they made a team and how they had each other's backs. It was really superb. Um, the world building in this was great. I got the information as I needed it, and Veronica has sculpted a dangerous but beautiful world. The setup with the pods and the aether, it really just blew my mind. I didn't understand the realms at first, the virtual reality type thing that I was talking about earlier, but to really think about the genius she has to come up with sci-fi elements and how she distinguished living through what equates to virtual reality for the future, and the difference between what is on the outside of the pods was really amazing. The twist in this one kept me on my toes. I didn't see most of the plot coming, but if you read my reviews, you probably know that I usually don't anyway. But it was just amazing. I love how some of the themes just kind of wove together, and it really circled back, and that was awesome to me as well. So I read most of this in the car on the way to New Jersey, and I begged Alan to find a store to stop at to buy the next one because although the ending wrapped up things pretty well, I just needed more of Arya and Perry. Um, and of course, I didn't have the second book, which what was I thinking, right? But anyway, so my bottom line for this one is it's an action-packed story with a slow building but breathtaking romance. So there you have it. And I hope you'll come back and watch some more of my reviews. Thanks.